Hey guys, welcome to our brand new podcast with me, Sam.
And me, Billie.
We've actually been speaking about doing this for how many years? Maybe
It's quite a few years now, isn't it?
like I'd say a couple of years, and we finally, and here we are,
Finally doing
in
it.
our studio with our sign. That says
I know.
The Sam and Billie Show.
Yeah, she looks so
Quite
nice.
surreal. I'm actually really excited about this, especially because obviously I'm not filming the Mummy Diaries anymore, and I do miss working with you.
I know.
Like,
Do you know what? This morning I was thinking to myself, this is going to be so nice because obviously, like, we talk all the time and we do see each other, but because we do live further away, all the kids are at school.
That's it.
It's now become like it's going to be a regular thing that we're going to
be able to catch up
properly, working together again. And
I mean, the best thing about that as well, without the kids interrupted every 2
I know.
seconds.
And it's like we could say to Greg and Paul, we're going to work.
Yeah, exactly.
And we've got to go for lunch after.
I mean, what a fabulous job. We're literally going to work, me and you catching up, gossiping all day.
Yeah.
Right, come on, let's get started.
So we was thinking about what we was going to start off our first podcast with, and obviously the very big exciting news that Samantha is expecting her third baby.
I know.
So you made it so easy for us.
I did actually, didn't I? Because the team didn't know beforehand. And then all of a sudden we're like, right, we need to change what we're going to talk about in the first episode.
I know.
But it's a great topic. Like, and I haven't spoke about it and I haven't done any exclusive interviews. So here it is. Our lovely listeners get to hear everything about my third pregnancy.
Can I just say, right, and obviously I don't want to be like, oh, I knew it, because it was very... I mean, it was not out of the blue, but it wasn't it? It wasn't like a big pre-planned, like...
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't like, oh...
We was quite surprised.
Really surprised. And that day when you told me, it was so weird. It was at the...
Your George Asda...
The George fashion...
Catwalk, yeah.
Catwalk with the kids. And it was really mad because you walked in... And I looked at you, right? It was almost like this weird sisterly
It must be a
instinct.
sister thing.
It was so weird. I looked at you and I thought... You look different, and I thought, I think she's pregnant, right? I obviously didn't say it because I think sometimes there's nothing worse than if someone says, "Are you pregnant?" and then you are, and then you're like, "Oh, you spoilt I wanted to tell you."
Or, "Are you pregnant?" No, I've just eaten too much.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's that awkward. But I looked at you and I just thought, oh my God, I think
you just had a feeling.
I had a feeling. It was like a...
Well, because there was like champagne, and it wasn't that. I mean, it was in the morning anyway, so it was quite. But you know, I would always say yes to a glass of fizz.
Of course, yeah.
And you was like, "Want a champagne?" And I was like, "I think I just want a tea." Like,
but I know, but you actually, you sort of did take one.
Yeah,
I think
sort of
probably
took
to throw me
it.
off the sting. I did notice she wasn't really drinking it, but
Yeah.
but it wasn't even that, because obviously when you are pregnant and you don't drink alcohol, it is a really big giveaway if you're like out and about and you usually you do. But it was more, I don't know, I just looked at you and I thought something was different about you.
Must have been my face.
It was almost like I
let off an aura.
Sense.
Yeah.
And then obviously after that,
And I gave you the little card, the scratch.
and it was so funny, wasn't it? Because when we went into the restaurant after for a drink before we left, and you went to me, "Oh, I've got a little something for you," and you give me the card, and I was like...
So for those that don't know, I found these really cool cards on Etsy, and basically, what did it say?
It said you're going to be an auntie again or something.
No,
wasn't it?
and then it was like a love heart, and then you have to get a coin and scratch
that
the
was
love
it,
heart.
yeah.
But it was like, what do you get an auntie that's got everything?
Everything,
or
that was
something like
it.
that. And it was like another
niece or nephew.
something like that. But it was
so
cute.
cute.
And then Billy had to like scratch it off.
And
I done the same for Mum and Gaynor, Paul's mum. I done, what do you get a grandmother that's got everything? And then you scratched and it said another grandchild.
But it was so funny when you gave me that. I remember you went to me, "Don't scream." Because when I scratched it, I went,
because no one knew.
You must have seen like my mouth go, like, and you was like, don't scream, no one knows.
Because we was in quite a busy restaurant, wasn't we?
Yeah.
I was like, no one did.
Don't scream.
But yeah. And then we cried.
And laughed and... Oh, it's just so exciting,
I know.
Isn't it?
Do you know what? I'm really excited. And like I said, it wasn't a planned pregnancy.
Yeah.
But obviously, it's quite well known that Paul and I wanted more children.
Yeah,
like, I always speak about having 4 or 5 kids. Like, so I don't think it's that much of a shock. But it kind of was in a way, because I was thinking, I thought I was going to have another year.
Yeah.
I just thought like, right, now Rosie's at preschool, Paul's in school, got a nice year to ourselves, and we've actually got time in the day.
Yeah.
To get stuff done.
That's it. Just as you've got.
Yeah.
But do you know what? It is
But
just.
then what is the right timing?
There's always stuff going on. Like this is what I think about all the time. Like you're always going to be working. You're always going to be juggling. You're always going to. There's never. And there's always going to be holidays and
I just
weddings.
think a wedding or a big milestone.
Yeah.
I just think there never really is a right time for anyone, not just me.
No.
I mean, like everyone, because there's always going to be something where you go, oh, maybe I'll just wait until after that.
Yeah, of course. It's just.
But yeah, no, we're really excited. It was really funny because when I done the pregnancy test, I knew anyway.
Yeah,
it's like I didn't even need to do a test because my boobs were like. You know, they were throbbing.
Did you do your pregnancy test on your own or with Paul?
With Paul.
Oh, you done it with
Paul?
No,
not, he didn't come in the top. I was like, I said, I'll come out when it's
but
like
he
clicking
was like
over.
there.
Yeah, he was there. And then, so we're sitting on the bed, but it was taking ages. Do you know, like when it just takes
was your heart going?
No, because I knew it was going to say positive. Like I had a feeling.
Yeah.
I think I'd have been gutted if it would have said negative.
Negative because you would have built yourself up.
Yeah, exactly.
Accepted it and then
So then we're sitting on the bed and then it came up positive 2 to 3 weeks. Anyway, I went to Paul, look, and he went, what do you mean? What do you mean? And I was like, what do you mean what do I mean? I was like, look, it says positive 2 to 3 weeks. And I think Paul was really like, it's like he knew as well, but he was shocked. I think men do get shocked.
Of course they do.
They don't know how to prepare for that. I don't know. It's kind of... But yeah, so anyway, we were both really happy. We was both laying on the bed. The kids were at school actually. We were just like, can't even doing it again. I was like, here we go again.
Here we go again. Oh, it's such lovely news.
And I mean, obviously things are getting easier now with our two because, you know, they're 4 and Paul's going to be 6 in a minute. So then I'm like, we've got to go all for it again. But I love the baby stage.
I know. But do you know what? Do you ever think, because I was thinking about this the other day, it's like, where ours are, like, I feel like the 4 of them, like, Nelly, Arthur, Paul, Rosie have been here forever.
Oh, yeah.
I actually can't really remember
life without them.
Life before. It's so, obviously, like, when you think about back in the day, but it's like, we're so out that baby stage now.
I know.
Going back, it is going to be...
But even, like, a pram, I was like... all of it.
What are the new, think of when, but so much has moved on.
Yeah, gadgets,
things, since when they were all babies.
But do you know what's going to be, do you know what this time, I don't think I'm going to buy anything.
No.
I think third baby.
You're going to have like one white baby grow, a couple of white baby grows.
I just think like I bought all the contraptions, all the toys, all the rockers, you know, the sleep, the this, the that, the noises. And I think... third time round, you just, I don't know, I think
you just need your essentials, isn't it?
Exactly.
Like, white baby grows for the first, few months. That's all you put them in.
Before, like you as well, I feel like Paul and Rosie had a sense that I was pregnant.
Yeah.
Not that they really know what pregnancy means.
No, but maybe something was different.
Yeah, and they kept saying, when are we going to have another baby? And I said to Paul, we haven't spoke about it. The reason why we didn't tell them early on, because I just want to have all my checks and make sure things are fine. Yeah. And I thought if we tell them, they'll be in school, say, Mummy's got a baby in her tummy. So we did leave it for a little while. But they kept rubbing my tummy and kissing me. And Paul kept saying, it'll be so nice to have a baby in the house and all this stuff. And I was me and Paul was looking at each other. And I was like...
They do say that children do have
a sense. That, anyway, when we told them, it was... quite hilarious actually. When we first told them, they was very underwhelmed. Right, so me and Paul went considering all they keep asking for is a baby.
Yeah.
We said to them in the daytime, Mummy and Daddy got a really big surprise for you later. Maybe we shouldn't have said that.
Oh, now they're thinking a toy.
They're thinking a toy.
Yeah,
big toy, a big surprise. Anyway, so we sat them down on the bed and we wrote it down on a bit of paper. Where obviously Paul can read now, so we just wrote baby. We went, Mummy and Daddy got a surprise for you. We've got you both. And then behind the paper, and Paul looked at it, and he was like, but he didn't want to say it out loud. It was like he knew what it said, but he was a bit kind of like shy.
So
and
what's
coy.
this then? Yeah.
And then we went, Mummy's got a baby in her tummy, but it wasn't the reaction we was looking for.
No.
And Rosie went, I thought I was getting a real surprise, right? But then the next day, obviously it sunk in.
Yeah, kicked in.
And they were like, it was like a complete different scenario.
Yeah, they've slept on it.
They slept on it. And it was like, Mummy's got a baby in her tummy. And then they're like very excited and happy, but I think they feel like it's going to be now. Do you know what I mean?
Of course,
where's the baby?
Yeah. And it's such a...
It was really funny. Sorry, just came to me. Rosie went to me the other day when the baby pops out. Rosie
Literally.
When the baby pops out, I don't know where they think the baby pops out from, but
I know.
Maybe a belly button.
Well, do you know what? It's really mad you say it, because the other day Nelly said to me, right, it was like the old, what is like the birds and the bees chat.
Yeah.
Nelly said to me, how does a baby then come along?
Oh, don't.
And I looked at Greg and I was like,
Mummy and Daddy love each other, and then a seed grows.
No, that's exactly what we said. Right? She was like, but how does the baby get into Mummy's tummy then? And I thought, oh no, like I was looking at Greg because I thought I don't want to like.
You don't want to lie and make up stuff.
Oh, the stork drops the baby on the doorstep. Like, I didn't
you
want
don't
to
do
I thought,
that.
come on now, she's older, she's 7, and I was really like, I just thought, oh no. What do you
funny.
say here?
Well,
No, we did.
Mine didn't actually ask, but Rosie did make me laugh. She said, when the baby pops out, can I sleep with you and the baby? And asked me all these questions, but it was just the way she said it about the baby popping out. I was like,
so funny.
Where did she think it pops out from?
Are you going to have another home birth?
I would love to have a home birth. So obviously, I mean, it's quite all documented on the Mummy Diaries, but with little Paul, I went for a home birth, didn't I? He was all there. And then ended up getting transferred in. Little Paul's back-to-back, 20-odd hour labour. Fine, still gave birth naturally, but didn't quite go to plan. I just thought, as you know, I didn't want that to, put me off trying again for a home birth. Yeah. Anyway, so Rosie was it was lovely, wasn't it? It was amazing. Such a nice birth. Yeah. And a lot more straightforward. Rosie was 6 hours from start to finish, wasn't she? I think I'm a quite calm person in labour.
I think during your labour with Rosie, the only time I see you snap was when
Paul was breathing in my ear.
Paul was breathing in your ear. You was up by the fireplace, like mooing.
No, because what he was saying, I was fully in the swing of the labour at this point.
No, was he telling you to breathe?
No, he was going, breathe with me, breathe with me.
Oh, no.
And I was like, are you for real?
Breathing down my neck.
You don't know what's going on. I can't breathe with you. Anyways, that was, the only time I did get a bit irritated. But obviously I had a lovely home birth, water birth. And I just would love that. Because remember, I was like, baby, Rosie came, didn't she? And then I was upstairs half an hour later, laying in bed with Rosie watching X Factor.
Remember that? We was all... Oh my gosh.
I was like, this is so surreal. I'm like laying in bed with my brand new baby.
It was so surreal. It was just, and we was all like, it was just like, then that was it.
Yeah, that was it. You was like, all right, bye, I'll call you in the morning.
Yeah, it was like, okay, you okay?
So I would love that again. Obviously, you always have to have a backup plan. But yeah, I'm going to go for a home birth again.
So what will you do? I know it sounds like very far in advance, but obviously I always think about things like, so like with the kids.
Yeah.
Are you going to have them there?
So, obviously, remember little Paul was there with Rosie, but he wasn't there when I pushed her out.
He was like upstairs.
Well, he was on the stairs, I remember. And then as soon as she was in my arms, he saw her. So he kind of see the rawness of a newborn. Not that I don't think he'll ever remember it, although I've got the footage.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I do want them around, but I think when it comes to the push, I don't really want them to be...
Well, the thing is, it could be quite traumatic.
I don't want them to see that the trauma... I don't know, it's not...
You don't want them to see the real
for their
deal.
little eyes. I mean, I've seen, loads of people birth in front of their children, and I think it's absolutely fine, but I think I would feel more comfortable with them, coming in as soon as baby's here. Then they can be around the whole...
So they get to see the baby, but not...
But they'll be around when I'm in labour, like little Paul was, and I was just pacing up and down the house.
Of course,
yeah. And then it would just be the whole chat, baby's coming. But where Paul's older now, and Rosie, they'll remember it, I think. So
Paul definitely will. I think when you get to, 6, that's when you start remembering things.
But yeah.
Just getting back to birth stories, that really made me laugh when you said about Paul. When
no, yours is hilarious.
Can you remember Greg? Firstly with the beef hula
hoops.
And then can you remember second time with Arthur with the prawn sandwich?
Oh my gosh.
So first time with the beef hula hoops, I remember that I was in labour for 36 hours with Nelly.
Yeah, that was a long one. We all had a nap on that one.
You all did. I've got photos of you and Greg sitting up with sheets over your head.
It was Greg with that big sheet
over your head. Well, I was literally...
That was a long labour.
That was really long, really long. But that was quite similar.
Mine was 20 nearly 2 hours out with the pole.
We both had really long first labours.
ones.
And then I remember like...
Just gas and air though, I'm proud of that.
Yeah, just gas and air, exactly. And I remember, I don't know what it is, but when you're in pregnancy, your senses are heightened, aren't they?
Oh gosh, to the maximum.
Like it was the weirdest
everything.
feeling, like what your body does, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then I remember all of a sudden, like a beef smell like slapping me in the face,
But
right?
you know what though? Beef hula hoops are probably the worst one.
The worst. I remember like he was sitting in the corner like eating a packet of hula hoops. Well, can you remember?
But I was
like,
also thinking, but I remember thinking as well, Greg, how can you even eat these beef hula hoops right now?
Why, like, yeah, and like this is so intense. Yeah. Can you get out?
No, but what happened with the prawn sandwich with Arthur? He almost missed the birth.
No, yeah. So can you remember he went down to there was a Marx's
down in the hospital. Yeah.
He went down there and the midwife went to me, right, the baby's head here. Is the dad watching?
Yeah, it was like crowning or something.
Crowning,
Baby's crowning.
The baby's crowning. And you and mum was like, where's... I remember you both
and you
being
don't
like,
get any service.
No, in that hospital.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden...
You come bursting through the door.
Greg's marching in, eating a prawn sandwich while my Arthur was about to come out, wasn't he? I remember seeing him and I remember screaming, like, get this end, because I didn't...
Yeah, you did, yeah.
With both times, I obviously didn't mind for you and mum, but there was just something about... I didn't want Greg to be down the baby end where the baby comes out.
Paul wasn't with little Paul, but was with Rosie.
With Rosie, but you don't care. But also, you was in quite a forgiving position.
Yeah,
because you was in the birthing pool.
I was in the birthing pool. It's all a bit like...
No, and it was under. So because I remember I got right up close. I really wanted to see Rosie come out because I didn't get to see Paul come out.
Yeah.
So I really wanted to see Rosie come out. So I remember I was like elbows like on the side of the...
Let me see what it looks like. It does look strange. I don't care what you say.
On all fours, like hanging. No, you was on the side.
No, I was. Babe, Rosie did float up in front of me in the water.
That was it.
Do you remember? She floated up.
I could see her head for ages.
Yeah,
like it was the most.
And then because her head was out in the water, remember I was going, "Can she breathe?
Can she breathe?" Yeah, me too. I was going, "What's going on?"
Well, she was drowning, but they're like, "No, she's still attached to you. She's got her oxygen."
Isn't it just the most?
I just can't get my head around it.
I am so excited. I really hope I'm going to be there for this.
Oh, I've got a slide picture to show you. Sorry, I know that we're on voice and people can't see, but I thought you'd want to see it. Look.
Oh my god.
It's not as... Remember the first picture, they're like a little dot, but now it's like a proper baby. Look. So I had a scan yesterday and all is good.
Oh my god.
And she was saying, baby's got a perfect head. Big round head like me.
Oh, look.
So yeah, I mean, I know it's a scan picture. They all look the same, but it's cute, isn't it?
It's really cute. Oh my god, look at the little face.
So I'm not finding out, obviously, as I've said on Instagram, but Paul was like, he was like trying to say that he's convinced it's a boy.
I think you're having a boy. My first instinct.
I was talking about this with the nurse who done the scan, and she was like, this happens a lot. Boys think they can see like testicles, but then it also could be ovaries.
What? So is that what?
No, I can't see it on there. Paul said he thought he could see it on the screen. And I was like...
So you're definitely not going to find out?
We're not going to find out. So we could start on our podcast, The Speculation. Why don't, like, every month we do a old wives' tale?
Oh, yeah, good idea.
And then we can, like...
Speculate. Do you know what I think? Obviously, I didn't have a surprise if either of mine found out with both of them. Obviously,
yeah, well, I did with Paul and Rosie.
And I think there's not many surprises in life, right? Imagine, for one, we can speculate the whole way throughout, which I think is really fun. Yeah. You know, like, I think you're having a girl today. I think you're having... But also, it's like... That, imagine, obviously it's so exciting when you've got your baby in your arms, but being told it's a boy or it's a girl. Like, I think that is going to be the most exciting. And ringing everyone going, it's a boy or it's a girl.
And because you know what? I said to Paul as well, what I want to do, hopefully it is at home, I want to get fireworks and I want to do like I have a couple of blue fireworks, a couple of pink, and then when the baby's born, let off.
Oh my gosh, that is such a nice idea.
Well, I've seen it on people when they do gender reveals. So I was like, we can actually do this when the baby comes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought that was quite a cute idea.
That's such a nice idea.
But yeah, so yeah.
I just think so. What's your like initial feeling?
Right. Yeah, I was going to chat to you about this because I don't know if you remember, I carried Paul and Rosie exactly the same.
Yeah.
So I didn't have, I do actually feel quite lucky. I didn't have any morning sickness with either.
Yeah.
And nothing really stands out in terms of cravings. I did get a little bit of, what's it called? Irritable leg? What's it called?
Restless leg syndrome.
Yeah, so I got a bit of that towards the end. Swelled up both times at the end. You know, like your face, your neck,
because
your
it's
feet.
water retention, isn't it?
Constantly going to the wee all night. But other than that, I don't know. It's not like, I was obsessed with
You've
sweets,
never been
or I
majorly-
really needed,
Like some people have like ice, anchovies.
yeah, coal.
Coal. Yeah.
Some of it's
I
really
don't understand the coal.
strange.
I remember with both of mine, actually, I really fancied like cold cereal a lot.
Right, yes, yeah,
And
I've not
also
had any
really
of this yet.
fancied like fruit, and I went off of meat a little bit, but it wasn't like
yeah.
there wasn't like major where I thought
Yeah.
I've got to have it now.
So like, people say, you must have a feeling, and I'm like, honestly, I don't, because
What a boy or
what I'm
girl.
having, because
Yeah.
I actually don't, because which is actually really nice, because I'm going to be really surprised.
surprised.
'Cause
Yeah,
you know, like some women are convinced and they have like a feeling of what they're having. I actually don't. So
isn't it amazing
it's-
that you are like inside the baby, like we
Oh,
know
it's
what the
just
baby is,
maddest
but we
thing,
don't.
because I don't really like on this scan. I didn't really. I'm in my second trimester as well. Like the baby was really moving in the scan. I went to Paul. I cannot feel anything.
Yeah, because it's in the
Shows you how
sac.
protected they
Yeah.
are. But
It's
yeah,
amazing.
So I think now it's like the home stretch. The first trimester, I always feel like extremely tired.
the
Obviously a bit
tiredness.
nauseous. But now I feel myself again. Like
Oh,
I think
but
when you get through that first bit,
then you feel great.
you feel great.
Yeah.
Like you're like, there's no hangovers. You feel fresh. You feel like ready for the day.
You're
and-
going to be that really smug person over
yeah,
Christmas,
over Christmas
aren't you?
when
Like,
everyone's got
"Oh,
hangovers.
good morning.
Yeah.
Bright and jolly this morning.
That's it. And I feel like you can get so much done. I don't know. Like
Yeah, you
but
feel more like once you get past that. Well, it
First
depends
bit.
because look, everyone's different.
Everyone's
Some people,
different,
like
yeah.
we've got friends that hated being pregnant, haven't we? Like,
Well, like our really
literally.
good friend Jerry, she hated
Jessie's
it.
like, I couldn't think of anything worse than being pregnant again.
Didn't
Whereas
she?
me and you're
Yeah.
like, oh no, we quite.
No, I do. I actually really, I know I'm not just saying it, but I really enjoy being pregnant.
I know. I to be fair, I really did with Nelly.
Yeah.
And Arthur. But I do think, like, I do wonder now, like, if I do have another baby,
Yeah.
I do think, like, does
Actually,
it feel
that's a big question I
different?
keep getting asked.
Oh, Mitch, you know
I bet you're
what?
going to get it. Well, do you know
I've
what,
had
though?
it constantly since
Good. I'm
you've
so
been
glad,
pregnant.
because when you got married, all I got was when are you and I still get it to this day.
I bet
when
you're
are you
going to
getting married? So
get
this
it
is-
even more now. Baby
Oh
number 3
my
on
gosh!
the way.
So this is your turn now. You can get when are you having a baby? When are you having a baby?
When are you getting married?
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm joking.
Actually, Paul said this the other day, because I was like, right, we are 3 babies in now.
Yeah.
And I said, and I'm still fares on that birth certificate. Like, I
Yeah.
should be nightly.
No,
like,
of course.
honestly, I've been stopped at the airport before.
Oh, because of not having the same surname.
when travelling without Paul,
Yeah.
with the kids, and I think it was just little Paul at the time, and they was like, "Oh, have you got his birth certificate?" And I was like, "No."
Yeah, they've
And
done
I was
it with me
like-
with Nelly once when she was little.
Yeah. So anyway, that's always an issue for me.
But you know what? You
But
don't
no-
want to be a pregnant bride.
no.
So maybe wait until.
But Paul did say, so this is what I was getting to. So Paul did say the other day, yeah, that's the next thing. So I was like, oh, okay.
So it's like gone. We're in the next stage of it
Right,
now.
yeah. So maybe, obviously, after this baby, I went, please don't propose to me until I'm feeling like.
Oh yeah, on top of the world.
Yeah, I was like, it's like that first sort of 6 months, you're not really yourself.
Yeah, and you're getting into it like with the
Yeah.
new baby. You're gonna have 3 now.
Yeah.
But also, I think like when you're in the public eye, it's like what you say. Like since obviously you've announced your pregnancy, I've had non-stop. Like even on pictures, people are like, "Oh, someone's covering a baby bump," because my hand's there, and it's like I'm not.
It's so annoying.
I'm just bloated.
But
Like,
can I just say, right, when I was in Dubai,
Yeah.
and that's when everyone was speculating, I didn't have bump at all. And I actually posted a picture of me in my swimsuit, and I've just put on a bit of weight. I wasn't
Yeah,
showing then.
no,
I
not at
actually wasn't
all.
showing. And I just thought, no, I have put on a bit of weight. I'm just like, holiday blow and whatever.
yeah, of course.
And literally every single picture, people were speculating that I was pregnant.
Yeah.
And I was like, I mean, they were right.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, if I wasn't,
I'm
like,
offended.
it's quite rude.
I know. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
course.
And I just think or I don't know, but people, I mean, technically they were right, but I have had it a lot since having Rosie. So I'd say since Rosie was 1, people speculated the whole time that I was pregnant. And I just think it's because maybe I'd put on a stone.
I don't know.
Like people, I don't know, it's just a bit, I find it a little bit, I wouldn't do that to somebody. I wouldn't say it to
I
somebody.
would never say, "Oh, she's pregnant."
Yeah, I
or
might
she
say
must
to
be-"
you, like,
Yeah.
oh, I've got a feeling they're pregnant.
Of course, but maybe not writing on their posts.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's funny you say that, because actually when I posted something since you announced and a few people had wrote it, someone wrote on there to that person, obviously this is not true at all, but someone wrote saying, you know, I think that's very, like, not a nice thing to write. How do you know what's going on behind closed doors?
Yeah,
what
so
if she's
true.
trying and it hasn't happened?
Yeah,
not
so
that is.
true.
Not,
yeah.
But they was like, that's a trigger. Like, obviously, people look. You know, someone was just saying it all like, you're next or you pregnant, Billie. And,
Yeah.
But I think also as well, like, me and you have spoke a lot about being pregnant. The same time.
We wanted to do it at the same time.
I know, when you told me, I was like, you could have told me.
Yeah. Quick, when you're ovulating, get Greg in the bedroom.
Isn't it? Well, I have a coil, so.
Oh, not the call chat, guys. Honestly, this call chat's been going on for years.
Well, no, yeah.
She needs to get the call removed.
I need to have the coil, and funnily enough.
Not just for the baby reasons, but.
Since you obviously announced and when you told that day when you FaceTime
Did you
Nelly,
get straight down the doctors and get your coil?
No, but Greg does keep saying to me, like, and Mum said it the other day as well. Mum was like, you know, you need to think about getting that coil out. And I was like, all right, well, come on, I'm building a house. I was like, you know, it will happen, hopefully, one day.
Never forget, guys, when Billie first got her coil, it was the topic of conversation. It was like she was really proud of her coil. And every time we was out, she would say to someone, did you know I've got the coil? And we was all like...
Like I'm telling random people
No, I mean the
coil.
girls.
Oh, the girls.
The girls, like, but Billie done it so many times that in the end the girls were like, yes, we know you've got a coil.
No, because I was really proud, right, because... I don't know about anyone else, but I've always struggled with getting my contraception right.
Right, see, I don't take it. This is like a bit of a debate. I've never taken it for years.
I'm actually so with you. Like, I do think after, let's say if I have my coil removed and then I do have another baby, I think I would try and do natural cycle more. But anyway, the coil has worked really well.
Yeah, it's all about the natural cycle.
But I've had in case you wanted to know, I've got the copper coil, not the marina coil. But
do your coil
I think
research.
because I've always been like, you know, at one point when I was on a certain contraception pill, I was like,
I just don't like the thought. Do you not like the thought
was
of that little coil in there?
Well, don't talk about when I had it put in. I passed out because I had to pierce the cervix.
Oh.
No, it was bad. And Mum was with me, thank God. And I literally and the nurse went
Get
to
it
me.
out.
The nurse went to me.
Can we be there with
silly girl? She went,
gosh!
I never forget. Right, I passed that.
But you do pass out of needles.
And I'm really funny with anything like the full.
When you have your coil removed, can we
wanna
get
come?
a full dealer? Can I come?
Do you want to come with the podcast?
Can
Mike?
I come with the podcast microphone?
Actually, so I did ask when I had my smear. I asked the nurse, "What's the process of the coil being removed?" Because I didn't really like it when it was inserted. She said it's a lot, but she struggled to find it at first. I was she was like, "Let me just check your string."
It's gone missing,
and that's what I thought. I was like, "Have I got to have an operation to have it?" And she was like, "No, I've got it. It's just
she went,
it's just tucked right up there." So it's one of those things. I've got to have it, sorted
and then just do it's a temperature thing, isn't it? It's when you're ovulating.
Yeah.
Because you can only actually get pregnant like in a few days of each month, can't you?
Yeah. So you didn't do your natural cycle, right? Did you?
No, I didn't. For years, that's been what
you've done. Yeah. And a lot of a lot of people tend to do it now. I think. A lot of girls tend to do it
because
now.
people are looking into like the pills and all the different kind of contraceptions, and you know, I just think that people. I mean, obviously, you have to do what's right for you.
Of course.
But yeah, I think the natural cycle, obviously, everything's always better when you can do it naturally, isn't it?
Yeah,
if you can.
Absolutely, and I do like us women, like with our hormones. You know.
Oh God, yeah.
It can be bad enough as it is without adding anything to the equation.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so we're looking forward to you getting your coil removed.
The coil's going to be
That'll be a great episode.
You'll be sitting there with the mic like, how's it feeling? What's going on now?
Can you find it?
Yeah.
It's up there. Okay, guys, so in this part of the podcast, we're going to do Ask Us Anything. So slide into our DMs on the Sam and Billie Show Instagram and ask us any questions you want. It can be...
Keep it clean.
Yeah.
Keep it clean.
So, yeah, and we've
it
got
could
some
be
questions.
absolutely anything.
Yeah.
It could be anything about, I don't know, what we've been up to or products that we like using or things you want to know about our past.
Something personal, anything. So yeah, what are our questions this week, Billie?
Right, so we've got a couple. Right, I'm gonna. We obviously we can't. We're gonna pick out as many as we can. But
yes, of course.
Right. Okay. So, as children,
yeah,
what did you always dream of doing together?
Right. So I saw this question actually, and I was thinking about it. And do you remember we always wanted to be in a girl band?
Yes.
So like, we really went through the Spice Girl stage. We loved
Massively,
it, didn't
yeah.
we? And then, do you remember when they was holding auditions?
Yes. This is hilarious.
This is quite embarrassing, but they was holding auditions for the
S Club Juniors.
S Club. Yeah, so it was like the
So remember S
children.
Club? So S Club 7 we
Yeah.
loved, and then there was like a big audition for S Club Juniors.
And actually, like Rochelle Humes and Frankie Bridge,
Yeah.
they made the cut.
They made the cut. We didn't.
Unfortunately, Sam and Billie Fairs didn't make the cut.
But I really
No,
remember
but
that morning.
I remember it.
It was like, mum, bless her. We got up really early and it was dark outside. We must have been up at like 5:30, 6. Wait, we did get to the second round because
We did, but Bill, we can't sing.
we can't see. No,
What
but
was we
also-
thinking?
But you know, like it's one of those things. Mum must have thought, oh bless them, they
I
can't
think-
sing.
yeah,
but I'm going to take them anyway and not crush their dream.
Because I just think we wanted to be in a girl band.
We did. We wanted to be in a girl band, and
And,
but also when you're that young, right? It's like almost imagine if I think they did
I
do
think so.
it, didn't they? Little Mix or. Did
can't
they do like
remember.
a thing where you can go and audition to be like the next? Or anyway,
I think so, yeah. But I just think when you're young and you've got the confidence, let them
What-
do it.
Absolutely,
Like-
I agree. Absolutely, yes. Like, and I think we would do the same with Rosie and Nelly.
Yeah.
like, Mum must like.
Mum must have thought, well, I'll take him.
and
It's an
also,
experience.
it would have knocked our confidence more if Mum was like one of those mums and said, "No, sorry,
Yeah,
you're not
girls, you
good
haven't got
enough."
it.
Like, yeah, you haven't got it, girls.
But do you know what? That clearly wasn't our path, and it wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, but
Because
we
look
still
at us now.
We still
We
give it
still-
a good go.
Yeah, we did. But that always makes me laugh. I can remember standing up in that line and
Same. And then I
I don't-
remember when we got to the second round and we was really hopeful and we was like, we could
I've
we could
never
have
been.
this. We got
We've
this.
never been able to sing. What was we thinking?
I don't
It's quite
know.
sweet, really, isn't it?
Okay, next question. This is funny, actually. Who's the friendliest to fans?
Out of us, all of
Yeah.
us. Yeah. I think we're both really good.
I have to be honest. I mean,
I
I've
find
seen
it-
a lot of people be very rude to
oh
fans.
gosh, I couldn't be.
And it really makes me cringe. And I think,
Yeah.
no, that's not kind. I think like I'm not just saying, but we are nice, friendly. We've got time to chat, smile, get a photo.
Always.
Like if
And-
someone asks us.
you know, there has been times, let's say you're with the kids or you're rushing around.
course.
But I always try and give my 100%. Like
Yeah,
even if
same.
I'm not having a good day or I'm in a rush, but I have always got time.
Because sometimes
for
you think
fans.
as well, like even for them to have the courage to say, "Oh, can we get it?"
Yeah, of
for some people,
course.
it's like quite nerve. I mean, it's just little old us. Like we don't.
I
but-
much prefer when someone actually asks for a photo
Me
than
too.
takes the sneaky
I
photo.
don't-
I'm
yeah.
like, please just ask.
No, there's nothing worse than when you know someone's trying to take a photo of you. Sneakily.
Yeah.
It's like, just come up and ask.
Yeah,
Like,
or yeah. No,
that's
I think
the
we're quite good.
worst.
But you know what actually is quite surprising? This might surprise a lot of people. Paul is really good with
Really?
Big Paul. And I think that might surprise some people because they
Yeah.
like see him in maybe a different perception from the show. But he's really, really good with people.
Yeah, like got lots of time.
Yeah.
But also, I think because a lot of people would think from the Mummy Diaries that Paul's almost quite quiet.
Yeah, or a bit standoffish. Like people get a different vibe, I think, sometimes. Maybe back in the
Yeah.
earlier Mummy Diaries. But yeah, he's really good. I mean, Greg loves it.
Oh, Greg would be standing up saying, "Over here, Greg
Yeah.
Shepherd here."
Who wants a photo with me?
Anyone wants a photo? Yeah, no, Greg. It's so funny, isn't it? Because when you think of like Greg and Paul, actually, like we back in the day, like never in
Yeah.
a million years would we thought that they would be in the public eye as well.
No.
and they've come along.
Here they
Come
are
along
now,
with us.
7 years later.
But yeah, no,
Well, 10
Greg.
years
Greg actually, yeah, he is good with fans as well. Like he.
Dad's the
chats
most
and-
annoying.
Oh, Dad.
Dad, guys, honestly, for those of you who know Chatty Dave, our dad on
Chatty
the show,
Dave.
he would be down the pub and call us
Oh.
and put us on the phone to people that he's in the pub with.
Yeah, to a fan.
Honestly, we love you, Dad, but that is really annoying. Please stop.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Please stop. No hand.
He hasn't done it in a while.
And also, Dad like gets really emotional and cries at things.
He
so
cries
like,
a lot. I rang Dad the other day to tell him about the pregnancy, bless him.
Oh,
he
he
got
rung-
really choked up.
he
yeah.
rang us and told us. He
Dad's
was
very
like-
emotional.
He said, "I've just had the lovely news from Samantha that she's having another baby."
I can't get his words out. Oh, Dad is really emotional, isn't he?
Oh, bless. No, but Mum, I was talking about this.
Mum
with
gets really annoyed with him being emotional.
No, but this is really funny. Sorry, we're going on to different topics here, but it just made me laugh. So Greg done a PA at Lakeside, right, a few months back.
I saw that.
Dad come along. Afterwards, we was chatting to these ladies. They were really nice, and they were promoting like foster caring.
Okay.
And we was chatting to them, me and Greg, and then Dad was standing there. All of a sudden, Dad burst out crying. Right?
Oh, bless him.
I was like, Dad, you okay? He was like, what these ladies are doing, it's brilliant. And then he walked off. But obviously, like, okay, it's like,
yeah,
but
of course,
they were there like just promoting.
yeah.
But everyone was like enjoying.
No, Dad's. I think as well. Since he's become an
emotional.
OAP, he's got even more emotional.
Yeah, but Mum sometimes gets. Mum obviously, you know, she goes. He was never. You used to be like.
No,
that.
yeah, no. It's older age has done it to him.
Right. Okay. I've got a bit of a brutal one to end, and it's actually not really a question. I don't know if it is a question or not.
Is it a troll?
Sam is more the classy one. You're a bit more Brentwood, Billy, don't you think?
Brentwood babe.
Brentwood. What's wrong with being
What's wrong
Brentwood
with
babe?
Brentwood babe? What's wrong with Brentwood babe?
Excuse me, I'll have you know, whoever wrote this question, that Samantha was once a
Brentwood
Brentwood babe.
babe.
She's now just a sorry lady.
Oh, sorry, mom.
A sorry
That's
mom.
so funny, isn't it?
I know, isn't it funny?
Oh, we're always going to get that, aren't we?
Yeah, of course.
I remember when I was doing speculating what we're up to, our new project, and one of mine was, "Who are you copying now, girls?" Like exclamation mark.
I think you do always get like.
Oh, cool. But
yeah.
I think we're quite good that most of the time, we laugh it off.
Yeah, we do.
If someone's nasty, I just block, so that person never gets the chance again. But really, the silly ones like that, you just got to laugh.
And that's so funny. You're a bit more Brentwood Billy.
Brentwood Billy.
Brentwood Bill.
Brentwood, yeah, there we go.
And sorry, Sam.
Brentwood Bill and sorry, Sam.
Yeah, no,
hilarious.
that really made me laugh, actually. I was thinking,
That is really funny.
Thanks.
So anyway, guys, make sure you get all your questions in, and each week we will answer as many questions as we can. And we look forward to seeing the draw. No, I'm joking. We look forward to seeing the
We
random
put
ones.
ourselves up for something here, because
Yeah,
we're
I
going to
know
get
now.
some really random questions.
I think the more random, the better.
Yeah, agreed.
I really enjoyed that.
Me too. Do you know, it just felt so nice just to sit and chat.
And
catch
chat.
up.
Yeah, and that was our very first episode of the Sam and Billie Show. Thank you so much for listening, guys.
And don't forget, you can also watch it on YouTube, and also leave us a comment or a review. You can rate us, but
Don't forget to subscribe.
yeah, and please be nice. Also, we spoke today about Nelly kind of asking me about how a baby ends up in a mummy's tummy. So if
Yes.
any of you have got any advice or funny stories, you can tell us of how you told your
Or
children.
what is the correct way to tell your children?
Exactly. We need some advice here, because I
We
feel
wanna
like
share
it's
it.
getting to that point, and we'll obviously share some of the stories. You can DM us on the Instagram,
Yes,
the
we'd
Sam
like
and
to
Billie
know.
Show.
And I'll pop the scam pictures on there because you can't see. what I'm
Yeah,
showing
and you can look on YouTube as well at them.
Yes.
because it's all filmed.
And we'll see you next week, guys.
Yeah, thanks for
Thanks
listening.
for listening. Bye.